Everyone laughs, and then, a moment later, you laugh too. Not because you didn't understand. Sometimes you understood perfectly. But you waited, just to see if the room was laughing. It happened so fast that most people never notice. Half a second, maybe less. You look at the person who made the joke. You look at the people around you. You see their faces change. You hear the first laugh, and then you laugh. Not after, with, except not quite with, a little after. And in that small gap, that half second between their laugh and yours, something happens. In your first language, you don't wait. The joke lands and the laugh comes at the same time. You don't decide to laugh. It just happens. But in English, there's a moment in between. A tiny calculation. Was that funny? Are they laughing because it was a joke or because of something else? Is this sarcasm? Should I laugh? Are they all laughing? Yes. Okay. Laugh now. And by the time you laugh, everyone else has already moved on. Not by much. Half a second, maybe one full second. But in a room where people are laughing together, 1 second is very visible. 1 second is the difference between laughing with the room and laughing after it. So you develop small adjustments. You watch faces before you respond. You learn to start with a smile, just a small one, while you're still processing. Not a real laugh yet, just enough to look like you're there. And then, when you're sure, you let the laugh come. Quieter than everyone else's, a little more controlled, a little more careful. Because a real laugh feels dangerous when you're not completely sure. Sometimes you laugh and no one is laughing anymore. The moment has passed. The group has moved on to the next thing. Someone is already speaking again by the time your laugh comes out. So you stop it quickly. Turn it into a small sound. Look down. Pretend you were laughing at something else. And sometimes the joke goes past you completely. Not because it was complicated. Sometimes it was a simple joke. A reference. A tone. A shared memory that everyone in the room carries and you don't. And you see everyone laugh and you don't know why. So you smile. Not because you understand, but because smiling feels safer than nothing. And someone catches your expression and says, "You get it, right?" And you say, yeah. And they explain it anyway. And you say, "Oh, huh." And give a small late laugh for a joke that isn't funny anymore now that it's been explained. The hardest ones are the ones you almost understand. You catch most of it. You know it was funny. You can feel the shape of the joke. But something in the timing, or the tone, or one word you didn't quite catch, makes you just slightly unsure. Unsure enough to wait. Unsure enough to check. And in that checking, you miss the window. After a while, you start to notice how much energy this takes. Every conversation, every joke, every moment that asks you to respond in real time to something subtle. You're not just listening, you're also monitoring. Monitoring the room, monitoring the faces, monitoring your own timing. And while you're doing all of that, you're half a second behind. Always. Half a second behind the joke, half a second behind the laugh, half a second behind the room, and the strange thing is, the room usually doesn't notice. You laugh. Maybe a little late, maybe a little quiet, but you laugh. And the conversation keeps moving, and you keep monitoring, and arriving just slightly after everyone else. But sometimes, not always, but sometimes, a joke lands, and you get it at the same moment everyone else does. No delay, No checking. No calculation. Just funny. And you laugh. At the same time. With the same sound. With the same surprise. And for 1 second. Just one. You're not monitoring the room. You're in it. That feeling. That 1 second of being completely inside the moment. Not translating, not checking, not arriving late. That's what it feels like to belong somewhere. Not permanently. Not yet. Just for that second. And that second is real. Even if it doesn't happen every time. Even if the next joke sends you back to monitoring. That second happened. And the more time you spend in a language, in a culture, in a room, the more of those seconds appear. Not all at once. Not in a straight line. But slowly. The way belonging always happens. 1 second at a time. Tell me in the comments, has anyone ever explained a joke to you in English and you still didn't find it funny? I read every comment, and I'll see you in the next video.